Hi, I'm Shannon Green. Today I'd like to talk about Guillain-Barre. It's also called GBS because it's very hard to pronounce. So we'll just call it GBS for the rest of the video. It is a autoimmune disease that is neuromuscular that basically can cause death and paralyzation. I've done 3 other videos related to GBS recovery, so this is the 4th one. So if you want kind of an introduction diagnosis talk about GBS, you might go back and watch my first video. Like I said, this is GBS number 4, and this one will focus more on the long-term outlook and recovery for GBS. The reason I think this is important is I don't think doctors and medical professionals do a very good job of preparing patients and their families for what lies ahead for the recovery of GBS. Hospitals and doctors are so focused on the short term, the acute phase, keeping you alive, that there's not much that is discussed for the long-term impact. And I don't want to make this sound like a negative video, but I want it to be realistic at the same time. I would have given anything if I had had doctors and nurses tell me what could possibly happen during the recovery phase. Instead, they just acted like, here's some nerve medication, gabapentin or Lyrica, and we'll see you back in 6 weeks. Acted like it was no big deal. And I couldn't really get them to understand how devastating GBS can be, not only physically, but what it can do to you mentally. It's been 3.5 years since I had GBS. The pain is still very intense. I have daily pain every second, every hour of every day. There are some meds I'll go over with in a minute that do help, but you have to do what I think is a good mixture of holistic and Western medicine and spiritual faith components. All of that, I think, is crucial for getting back to yourself, or even better than you were before. But so with the holistic stuff, I do ice packs, Epsom salt, hot bath soaks. I do those every day. Heat packs, as much as I can do that isn't medication related. But I do have to rely a lot on Western medicine. And one of those would be Lyrica, which there are only 2 nerve medications out there on the market right now. One is Lyrica, which is also called pregabalin. The other is gabapentin, which is also called Neurontin. You have the brand name and also the manufacturer name. So those are really the only nerve medications. Cymbalta is kind of a mix of a serotonin type medication, so it's also given for depression and could be a nerve medication. Certain medications they can give for pain would be Topamax. For example, Topamax is a seizure medication, but it helps tremendously with pain. It helped my pain level a lot, but the side effects, the foggy brain and not being able to concentrate was too much for me. But it does help with pain. I try to stay away from opioids, especially because that's not something I want to long-term be on. Also, opioid type medication like hydrocodone, those sorts, Percocet, those aren't as effective on nerve pain. So, Lyrica and gabapentin seem to be more effective. Many doctors will prescribe gabapentin first, and many insurance companies require you to try gabapentin first before they're willing to pay for Lyrica, because Lyrica is a lot more expensive. So sometimes you have to show proof that you tried gabapentin and it didn't work. In my opinion, the Lyrica is a stronger medication, but everybody's body is different and everybody's road to recovery is different. But I'll give you just a short list of what I have to manage my pain and my strength and my endurance on a daily basis. So I take Lyrica every day. I take muscle relaxers 3 times a day. I take Flexeril, which is also called cyclopentazine. So that is my muscle relaxer. Thirdly, I take something called hydroxyzine. That helps a lot with the anxiety and depression from being in pain all the time. Again, that's hydroxyzine. It just kind of calms your body down, and it's one of the safer, milder choices. To me, it acts sort of like a Xanax. It's fast acting, but it's much safer and doesn't have the addiction problems. So that was hydroxyzine. And then next, I take Lexapro. Lexapro helps with depression and anxiety. And then I also take a number of supplements for pain, one of those being turmeric, another one being fish oil. And then I just started a new one about 2 weeks ago, and that is the Plexus Slim. They call it the pink drink. It's a supplement. Again, that's Plexus, Plexus. It gives me a lot of energy and has kind of helped calm down my stomach. And they have also a supplement for nerve, which has alpha lipoic acid, which I've had a couple neurologists tell me that the alpha lipoic acid is a very beneficial supplement to start taking after Guillain-Barre. So, like I said earlier, it's been a little over 3 years, and I am still in physical therapy, and I'm not sure when I'll be done, but I can't stress enough how important it is to do your physical therapy exercises every day, even if you're in pain. They make a huge, huge difference. I think if I had been that dedicated in the first year, maybe my recovery would have went faster. So I hope these answer some of the questions I've been getting. If there's specific questions about medication or treatments that you would like me to cover, please comment in the video section of this video, and I will try to address your concerns. Or you could reach me on Facebook under Shannon Perry Green, and I also have a site, Chronic Pain Support Group and Life Hacks. So all of these links will be in the comments below. Thank you for watching.